Welcome to the garden shop. In this video I want to show you how to grow asparagus, which is probably one of the most rewarding of all the vegetables to grow. Now, how to grow asparagus? Well, you'll start growing indoors in early spring, and ideally you'll grow them into something like this, which is a 24-cell seed tray. Okay, so if you're growing asparagus, one thing you should realise is it probably requires a bit of patience, because you probably won't be able to harvest your crop within the first year. Ideally, from the date of sowing your seed to harvest would really be 1.5 years. And the reason for that is just to allow your asparagus plants to develop a really decent root system before you start harvesting the crop. But anyway, for now we just want to show you how to sow the seeds. So what we have here is some general compost here. If you look closely at it, you can see that it has some small bits of old twig and straw in it. And that's just a little bit of organic material that's added to it. So really this is a general compost. You can also use a finer potting compost, which is probably even more ideal for sowing seeds. So asparagus in general likes a well drained light soil, and we'll just start off now just by filling the seed tray. What I'm just going to do is really just fill it up quite high, and then just fill it up quite high, and then just push the soil to level it off. So it gets a bit messy, but the key here is not to compact the soil down. Just give it a light tap like that. But just take out all these larger pieces that are in it, because when you're sowing a seed, you really want just the finest the compost really in there. So we're just going to push that off to give it a nice level. Now I have the seeds that are here. Just to show you, if you're buying your seeds from the garden shop, we have them right here in this side. You get a airtight zip bag with the seeds within, and then obviously the packaging itself. Now back to how to sow the seeds. So we have here in this little jar is just some hot water and the asparagus seeds themselves. So you see the seeds are quite large. And they've been sitting in this water for 24 hours now. And the reason for that is you want to just soften the seed coat of the asparagus seed prior to sowing. This just speeds up the germination rate. So I'm just going to take out a handful of seeds here. You can see them there in my hands now. So the idea again, the water is to soften the seed coat and really just speed up germination. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put one seed per module. I'm just going to make a small little indent into each of the cells here. We'll just do half the tray just for now, and I'm just going to put one seed into the center of each seed tray. Okay, let me just see if I can pour this water out. So after sowing the seeds should germinate within 2 weeks. So I'm just going to continue on now, getting one per cell. Try to keep it in the centre as best you can. And once you have the seeds sown, then you will lightly cover the seeds with composts and water them in. So I have half that tray full there now, which is probably enough. So I'm just going to take some of this compost here and then just lightly cover over the seeds, and try and go for again the finest of compost that you can, and that way the seeds and the compost will have the best contact and they'll sit very comfortably together. Okay, just give it a very light press down. Again, you just want to get good contact between the seed and the soil. Now that the seeds are in, we can just give them a water, and something like this pressure sprayer is a good way to water your seeds in. You can give them a very good soaking, because this compost is at the moment quite dry, so it will take quite a bit of water to moisten it up sufficiently. So now that the seeds are sown, we want to place these seeds in a warm and bright location, and within 2 weeks the seeds should have emerged. Allow the seedlings to grow up to about 15 centimetres, and in about 3 to 4 months time we will transplant these seedlings on and out into the garden where they would require a well lit and a well drained location. And one thing to note about